Hi, gang. Hold on. Let me get my script. Okay. If this video does not record properly, I'm going to be throwing hands with someone. Hopefully, that's good enough. Anyways, hello. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've never seen my face before. Hi, it's been a while. The universe just doesn't want me to have technology, apparently. First, my laptop was busted. Now my camera's busted, so I'm filming on an old iPhone. So, enough of my troubles. It is that time of the year, and this was also supposed to come out like months ago, but that's whatever. It's summertime. Festival season is here. Technically, it started a while ago, but you know how it is. So it's literally this weekend, Lollapalooza in Chicago. I wanted to film my tips for any first timers who might be going. What are my credentials for giving this advice? I went one time last year for 3 days. I was supposed to go 4 days, but I got sick at the end of the third night. The Killers, Mr. Brightside playing, and I'm just like dying. So yeah, I've only been there once, but you know, I did 3 straight days, which I feel like pretty good for someone who's never gone to a music festival. So if you don't want to hear my advice, then click off. But like, this is for people who have never gone before, and it's just my tips that I found useful as a first time goer. So hopefully you learned something new. For background, like I said, I went to 3 days of Lollapalooza 2024. I stayed in a hotel that was a 20-minute walk from Grant Park with like 3 to 4 other people. It was originally 4, but then one of our friends ended up leaving after like the second day. I didn't watch any videos on how to prepare for a music festival. I just kind of talked to my friends because they had gone previously before. So a lot of these tips also come from my friends. So yeah, enough of yapping. Let's get into the essentials. I'm going to start with my essentials, like physical items that I had with me during the festivals. Number 1, you already know what it is. Comfortable walking shoes. I have the New Balance 530s. I literally bought them last year. But I wore them the entire time. Like, I didn't have no cute Sambas, or I had the ugly dad shoes on, even though I don't even think they're that ugly. But the dust did dull the whiteness, like the dust in the dirt. So if you have nice walking shoes, you don't want to get messed up, then either know how to clean them properly or don't bring those. Maybe invest in like darker shoes or a type of fabric that won't get dirty as easily. The second thing, I can't remember the bag policy off the top of my head. However, a bladder backpack was literally the best thing I have ever bought for a concert. I got mine off Amazon. It was literally so cheap. I will pop up an image of the one that I got. The way that Lollapalooza in Grant Park is set up is that they have water stations set up around the park, which is nice because then you don't got to spend $10 on a freaking water bottle. So you can fill up I think the bladders can usually hold like a liter of water. I'm going to be honest, I don't really remember because I literally haven't touched it since. The lines do get long at the water stations, but it's like, as long as you're like not chugging your water, you should be fine. Which for me, I was mostly just sipping it. Like whenever I felt thirsty, I wasn't chugging the water. It can last a while, especially if you're sharing with friends. But I truly think, yeah, like I said, it was one of my best investments, especially because it's fucking hot out. It's humid as shit. I'm literally dying just sitting here in my room right now. Okay, it's like 90 degrees though, so like that's pretty fair. It is literally 90 degrees, and it's the weekend of. Actually, I think it's supposed to be like in the 70s this weekend, but basically it's hot. But when you get a bladder backpack, it also has pockets, which means you can bring the bare, and I mean the bare necessities. Turns out I literally jinxed myself. Like 90% of the video didn't record, so love that. So as I was saying, bladder backpacks can hold the bare necessities. So yeah, if you are going with a group of friends and like everyone has a bladder backpack, to be honest, you're kind of sad because like you're really just sipping on it the entire time. You're not like chugging it. Kind of hard to chug through the straw. But yeah, you know, it's always good to be hydrated, especially if you're partaking in other activities at the festival. Nod, nod, wink, wink. But anyways, it's just, as a side note, I debated about purchasing liquid IV, but I decided against it. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. I decided against it. It just didn't seem worth it, and I was fine. So, do with that information what you will. With the bladder backpack, the other thing you should get is a lock, a small, tiny lock. You can get them at Walmart, Target, Amazon. As much as I'd love to have faith in humanity, I don't. There's thousands of people there. You're not always crushed like sardines, but even if you like lose your bag, at least you know there's like not anyone who's going to be able to get into it really easily. And if you really want to double down on like keeping track of your stuff, you could get an air tag. I did not, because I don't care for it. On top of having a bag, a lock for your bag, sun protection, I brought a baseball cap and sunglasses. I don't think I brought sunscreen. But yeah, I brought a baseball cap and sunglasses because they went with my outfit, and I knew that like if I was squinting, I was going to get a headache, and I did not want to get a headache when I was going to be in the sun for hours. Next thing is a small wallet. So I usually go with my card case if I'm going out and doing stuff and I don't want to bring like my whole wallet. So this I got at TJ Maxx literally comes with a mini wallet card case holder thing. Literally all you need is your card's ID. That's pretty much it. But even then, like you might not even need this because a lot of the places had contactless payments. So if you were like only had your phone, you'd probably be fine, but it just never hurts to bring them just in case. Bonus points if it can fit in your front pocket, because then you know it's there. Unless you're wearing pants where they might fall out of easily. But then just don't wear those. Next thing is medicine. So this is more of just like, you know, if you get a headache, some ibuprofen, Advil, Tylenol. Usually I like to carry around chewable Tums or Pepto-Bismol. Or if you're like me and you get sick at the end of day 3, Mucinex, liquid AM/PM gels, like the gel caps, might help to save your festival going experience. As a side note, they do have like medical tents set up around Grant Park, but I didn't go into them, so I don't know what exactly they would have. Okay, so those were my necessities. Now here are some like extra things that you could bring just to, you know, be a little bit more bougie. Hand sanitizer. They have hand washing stations set up. But you know, like if you're in a rush or like if you don't trust, I know some people don't trust like the hand washing stations, which is fair enough. And you hear like an artist like go on all of a sudden, maybe you just do a quick little hand sanitizer. Or if you get food there and it spills on your hands, boom, hand sanitizer. Get a cheap one. Just go to the dollar store. Please do not get the $10 ones, even though they are cute. So, tissues. Usually the porta potties are pretty good with being stocked on toilet paper when I went. But again, it's like if you get food or you spill something, it's just nice to have like your own little pack. You can get travel packs again at the dollar store. Another thing, earplugs. I know loop earbuds are really popular now. I personally just use the little foam ones. I literally just reuse them all 3 days. I just like them. So that's probably kind of gross. But yeah, your ears are sensitive. You need to protect them. I don't even know where the ones I got from. I think I got them from like a Pew Pew range. But yeah, I'm trying to take better care of my ears now because nothing hurts worse than like when you can feel your eardrums vibrating. Unless you like that. In that case, have fun going deaf at 50. But yeah, lip balm. Go, hi Cheeto. It's pretty self-explanatory, just lip balm. A portable charger. This is like if you're gonna go with a group of people or if you're traveling to and from the venue and not staying at a hotel nearby. Because nothing sucks more than your phone dying and you're trying to like find directions back to the train station, or if you're trying to get an Uber or just directions in general. Usually that area of Chicago is pretty easy to navigate. But if you're not from the area, could be a little difficult. Hopefully, also, if you go with your friends, you're staying with them, or if you're gonna split up, then you'll have like a backup emergency location to go meet up at. I know also, like for me, when I take videos at concerts, it drains my phone battery a lot quicker. Crazy enough, the ring light that I am currently using right now for this, that you probably can't even tell, is this wireless magnetic power bank. Cheeto. I got it at Five Below, and it works better than like any other portable charger I have ever used, which is insane. But enough of that. Oh, she got fur all over my black pants. Next, a pashmina. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a ton about this, but I remember when I was at the Skrillex set, seeing a ton of people wearing pashminas, and I guess it's a whole thing at raves and EDM festivals or something. But I've heard you can use it as another form of sun protection, or you can sit on it, you know, because it's a lot of dust, concrete, dirt. Okay, so now that I've gone through like physical items, hold on, cheetah. I just had to show off the cat. So now that I've gone through like physical items that you can purchase, we're gonna now just go into like tips. So, one, eat before you go to the festival. Granted, you're in Chicago, everything's gonna be expensive. But if you can save some money, go to Subway, go to McDonald's. You don't want something that's too heavy or too greasy, you know, because you're gonna be outside for hours on end. But usually a full stomach will never let you down. Bring medicine. I kind of already touched upon this, but you never know what could happen. And you paid good money to be there, so you might as well enjoy your time there. This is kind of a given. Clear your phone storage before you go, especially if you're going to go for multiple days. But also be mindful of what you're taking videos of. You don't want to live the entire experience through your phone. Also, if you've seen an artist before, maybe you don't need to record every single song, or just record the chorus of your favorite songs. Because I know last year I saw Meg Thee Stallion in concert and then at Lolla. So I was like, oh, well, I can just enjoy this because I recorded a lot of videos at her concert. Hi, Chico. So yeah, just make sure to enjoy it in person. Next, download the Lolla app. It was actually really useful to like plan out our days the night beforehand. So Grant Park, in my opinion, is not that big, and you can 100% run from like one set to another run, you know, as long as you're not running anyone over. But it's also nice to coordinate with friends if you're going in a friend group, because then you can figure out, okay, we want to go see this person, we want to go see this person. Okay, so we're gonna go here, you're gonna go there, and we'll meet up at like SZA's set later on at the end of the night. So it was really nice having that, because then also like we would know, okay, we don't have to get there as soon as the doors open because there's no one that we are dying to see who's playing. Next up is have an emergency meeting location. So again, this is if you're like traveling, or I'm sorry, commuting, or if someone's picking you up. If you guys lose each other in a crowd, you have like designated pinpoints that you can go to. There's another word I'm looking for, but it's like you can meet up at the Tito's stage or the T-Mobile stage at the end of the night or something like that. Or like if you're gonna be outside, like maybe, oh, meet me at the Congress Hotel, or meet me at Yolk, or meet me at Nando's or something like that. And then the last one is if you have the funds to get a hotel, because it is so worth it. Granted, like just at the end of the night, like you're tired and all these people are flooding the streets of Chicago, and like the last thing I would want to do is be trying to navigate back to the train or driving home. Oh my gosh, forget it. So the 20-minute trek back to the hotel was just so worth it. We only got the hotel because our friend, shout out to Kelly's grandparents, her grandparents had hotel points. So we were able to get a decent hotel along the river for not that expensive. Obviously, the hotel prices are going to be more expensive because it is Lolla, but especially if you are coming from a ways away, I think it's worth it. So yeah, those are all my tips and my essential items that I can think of at the moment. Hopefully someone learned something from this. Hi, Chito. I'm gonna need you to move or you're gonna knock this tripod. hopefully the weather is nice for Lolla. I'm so jealous of anyone who gets to go. I really wanted to see Rufus the Soul, and I know one of my favorite podcasters is going. I like how I put in my script. I plan on going to Lollapalooza on Saturday and Sunday this year, but we'll see if this ends up happening. It did not, in fact, end up happening because those tickets, they were just not worth it, and I got invited to go on a boat. So, unfortunately, some sacrifices had to be made. So, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay well fed, stay in the shade, have a good time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.